You are not alone. Have you ever felt alone, even in a crowd? Like no one truly sees you, hears you, or understands what you're going through? Let me remind you today, you are not alone. Not now. Not ever. God's promise. In Hebrews 13:5, God says, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. That's a promise, not just to the strong or the perfect, but to you, right where you are. A young man, recently laid off, sat alone in his apartment. Bills piled up. He whispered a prayer, not even sure anyone was listening. That night, a friend he hadn't spoken to in years texted, Hey, I felt like I needed to check in. How are you? Coincidence? Or the gentle hand of God reminding him, You are not forgotten? Jesus understands. In Isaiah 53:3, it says, He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. Jesus himself felt the sting of loneliness. In the Garden of Gethsemane, even his closest friends fell asleep. On the cross, he cried out, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Matthew 27:46. He understands your pain, and because he walked that lonely road, you never have to walk it alone. God's presence in others. Sometimes, God sends his love through people, a smile from a stranger, a hug when words fail, a verse that speaks directly to your soul. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 says, Two are better than one, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. Look around. You may not realize it yet, but God places people in your life to lift you when you can't lift yourself. Closing message. Hope. In Psalm 139:7-10, David writes, Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. Even in your darkest hour, God is there. You are never truly abandoned. Not in the silence, not in the waiting, and certainly not in your tears. Take a deep breath. Lift your head. You are not alone. God is with you, always.